There you go. That's how it goes. You did it right that time.
What up guys, it's Markin, bringing you another League of Legends champion guide. Today we are going to be going over the assassin of the jungle, Fiddlesticks. Now just like with last guide, we are going to have the overlays set up on the screen. At any point during the video you can click on one of those links and it'll take you right to that part of the video. We're going to have the abilities, the skill order, the item build. Click on any of those links, it'll bring you right there. Now, we're going to start with Fiddlesticks' abilities. First is his passive. Fiddlesticks' passive is called Dread. Now what this does is it decreases the magic resistance of any enemies near you by 10. Now, at first, that's a really great ability. Anybody you're near gets their magic resistance reduced. You can do more damage to them. However, me playing Fiddlesticks as a jungle, I'm constantly trying to sneak up on people hiding in bushes. Now, every time an enemy is near you, they get an icon above their abilities that shows that they are getting their magic resistance reduced. So you can't really sneak up on them. They will see that icon come up when you're in the bushes trying to sneak up on them, and they will get out of there. Next, we're going to go over Fiddle's Q. Now his Q is called Terrify, and this is one of the best CCs in the game. All you do is point and click. It's ridiculous. It fears your target champion. So right here, Vayne is going to get up on Jinx. She actually does a lot of damage and is going in for the kill. I just hop out of the brush, terrify her, and that's it. She walks away. She can't control where she's going whatsoever. It's an amazing ability. Like I said, one of the best in the game. Now that was just used defensively to save Jinx. Right now, I'm using it offensively. I go right after Vayne, terrify her right off the bat, and get the kill. It's a very, very easy kill because of that ability. This ability, like I said, is one of the best in the game. Now, let's start going over Fiddlestick's W. His W is called Drain, and that's going to be the main tool that you use to get around the jungle. It takes health away from your target and gives it to you. Now watch as I target the main Wraith here, I immediately drain all of its health. He channels for 5 seconds, takes away almost all of the Wraith's health, and gives it to me. It's amazing for sustain in the jungle. You literally can just start the game, no health pots, nothing, and just take your health away from all of your enemies and just sustain. Next up, we'll go over Fid's E. Now his E is called Dark Wind. He launches a crow to an enemy, dealing damage. Great thing about this ability is it bounces to all nearby enemies. You click on one enemy, target them, throw your crow, and it'll bounce back and forth to all of the enemies. It's great for clearing jungles and for team fights. Now let's go over his R. Fid's ultimate is called Crow Storm, and it is his ability. It is his make or break ability. This is one of the highest damaging spells in the game. What he does is he channels for about 2 seconds and then flashes to a position on the map. As you saw there, the clip from the beginning, I get an easy quadra kill. The way that you can use this ability is great. You can hide out in the bushes, you can then ult to a specific location, it'll flash him, it'll catch your enemies completely off guard, and you'll be able to deal huge amounts of damage. Right here, I channel my ability, I get on both Thresh and then back to Vayne, and he just does so much damage, it takes her out so quickly. Now, let's get to Fiddlestick's skill order. First, I take a point in my W. The Drain, like I said, offers a huge sustain in the jungle, so I always take a point in that first. Much easier to take your buffs and your camps with a point in that at level 1. Next, I'll take my E for the damage that it gives to the monsters in the jungle. Like I said, it bounces off of all nearby enemies, so the clear with your E at level 2 is extremely fast. Now, third, I want to take a point in my Q. Now, at level 3 is when you're going to start ganking, so you want to get that Terrify up, so when you do gank, you can immediately fear your opponent, and they won't be able to get away. Now, I max my W first for the sustain that it gives. Next, I'll max the Q, the Terrify. Now, it's not a damaging spell, however, as you max it from level 1, the fear lasts for 1.25 seconds, and as you max it to level 5, it lasts an additional second. It goes all the way up to 2.25 seconds. It's a ridiculous length for a fear, and like I said, the best CC in the game. Third, I'll max my E, and as always, whenever you can, take a point in your ultimate. Now, let's get to the item build. For starting items, I like to start a Doran's Ring and a Stealth Ward. I start a Doran's Ring instead of a Hunter's Machete on Fiddlesticks because he really doesn't do any auto attacking. All of his damage dealing is off of his spells. So the Doran's Ring gives you sustain plus damage. And I start a Stealth Ward because it's always great to have any sort of vision on your opponents. Early game, as with all junglers, I like to start my Boots of Speed. It's really one of the most important items for any jungler in the game. It allows you to clear your camps faster and get around the map faster for ganks. Next, I'll purchase the Spirit Stone for the added clear in the jungle. As my first core item, I like to get the Spectral Wraith. The buff that this got in the last patch is huge. It gives you such a huge boost to your power, it's ridiculous. For my boots, I like to get Sorcerer's Shoes if I'm doing decent, but if I'm way ahead, I'll get Boots of Lucidity. They give you a huge cooldown, so you can spam your ult more and more, and with Fiddlesticks, the ultimate is really your most important spell. Next, I'll pick up a Zhonya's Hourglass. The active on the Zhonya's, since you're going to be ulting into the middle of the enemy team all the time, saves your life on multiple occasions. Plus, while you're using the Zhonya's active, your ult can still do damage to the enemies without you taking any damage. Late game, I like to get a Rabadon's. It is the highest damage item in the game, so pick up a Rabadon's about halfway through the game or so you'll get a huge damage spike. Next, I like to get a Void Staff. By late game, the enemy's going to have some sort of magic resistance, and the Void Staff will cut right through it. For my final item, I get a Morellonomicon. It has ability power plus a 20% cooldown. It's just another item to give you ability power and lower the cooldown of your abilities so you can spam your ult more and more and more. Now that concludes the guide on Fiddlesticks. He is an extremely fun champion. He has huge carrying potential. He is all about damage. There is no tankiness in Fiddle whatsoever. So if you're looking for an assassin jungle who does nothing but damage, definitely try and pick him up. He has a somewhat weak early game, but late game his carry potential is just crazy. Practice landing those amazing ultimates because they can get so good. You can get the quadras, pentas, anything. Practice. As always guys, if you have any feedback on the video at all, leave it in the comments below. Thank you for watching and stay active.
Hitmakers.